Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I hope you're off to a beautiful start today. It's great to see you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your energy. It's so good to lay eyes on you this morning because this morning we've got some work to do. And I know this is something that you think about every single day because this community is courageous. We are spiritual warriors, and oftentimes we wonder how it is that these practices can make ourselves manifest to help us express the version of ourselves that we know in our heart we are yearning to express. And this morning, I'm going to share something with you that comes up pretty much every single time I do a presentation, when I'm doing some coaching work, and simply it's something that comes up for me every single day in my own self-dialogue. When I'm wondering what I can do to push myself forward, to pull myself into a space of greater grace, peace, and really, if you will, actualization. About 30 years ago, I took a trip to India and then went up north to the Himalayas, spent time in Kathmandu, circled into Tibet, searching. I was searching. I was yearning for peace. I was yearning for a connection to spirituality in a way that my religion never gave me. And it was just a big emotional hit. It was a hard and beautiful time for me. It required every ounce of determination, of self-belief, of picking myself up, of resurrecting my faith when I felt like I was failing. But ultimately, I find myself now looking back at that time with such a sense of reverence and such a sense of joy and gratitude to the universe for how it is that it taught me the most important practice around self-actualization, which I believe is one of the most important pathways to peace. While we're here in the earth suit, while we're navigating the earth school, self-actualization is one of the most important things that we get a chance, a blessing, to work on. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that I know through my own studies, through physiology, through meditation, spirituality, and just, failing and rising back up and winning sometimes and really understanding what it means to enjoy a life of moving towards greater evolution with self-actualization, treating it as your primary spiritual practice. Number one, self-actualization is all about growth and meaning and fulfillment. It's when we actually land in that space of grace where we're occupying and expressing our gifts and our talents. And we're doing it without the ego. We're doing it without, how does it show up for the world? But more importantly, how does it feel inside? Because if it feels good inside, if it feels pure and it feels blessed and it feels awake, you can just trust it's doing magic and beautiful things for the world around you. And there's some characteristics that Abraham Maslow is one of my favorite teachers who talked about self-actualization, did basically his entire work in psychology was on this idea. And he characterized these people who were self-actualized. And I love this because it's going to give you such a sense of oh my gosh, Abraham's talking about me. They're unconventional. They're courageous. They have a student mindset. They're always open to learning. They have a moral fabric and a moral character that's totally contagious. And they embrace imperfection. Just let that one wash over you. This has nothing to do with perfection. This is about to do with, oh my gosh, I'm stretching myself, and therefore I know I'm going to fail. And I know I'm going to learn something when I stretch myself. I rejoice in the ridicule when someone says, wow, who do you think you are? You know what? I'm a student of living and expressing my best life. That's who I am. So how do we experience this? The studies go on to say that we experience self-actualization, which is one of the greatest pathways to joy, deep spiritual joy, by practicing non-comparison, being true to yourself, being fully present, exercising gratitude every single moment as you scan the world and look for the things that you are already doing so wonderfully well and the things that are presenting to you that are spiritually rich. You say, thank you. Thank you. You're an edge pusher and you're a lover of life. An edge pusher who loves life. Wrapped in perfectionism. Wrapped in the idea of unconventional, wrapped in the idea of being a courageous conviction who expresses it with a loudness in loving. Self-actualization, a practice that will change your life and change every life around you. Produce an epic motion picture so beautiful called you that the entire world cannot take its eyes off you. We can't wait to see what you produce. Much love, much blessings, deep appreciation of you. Bye for now.